Hey guys, Lucas from Shotgun Media. Welcome to another episode of Down the Barrel. Now I hope you have subscribed. If you haven't, please do so. Today we're going to be talking about how to pick the perfect length for your video. When determining the length of any piece of content you produce, be it a video, a blog post, or a podcast, the first fact you should know is that the human attention span is dwindling faster than the world's polar ice caps. The most recent studies suggest that our attention span is at most 8 seconds, putting us on par with the common goldfish. Now, knowing that, you can see why nearly every piece of advice on the web suggests that the optimal length for your video should be as short as possible, particularly when it comes to videos you plan to post and share online. But that's not always the case. People are becoming more and more accustomed to the streaming of TV shows and full-length movies online, meaning if the content is good enough, the length of your video could actually do more good than harm. Regardless, even if you aim to create a short video, what exactly is short? Is less than a minute too short? Probably. Is 5 minutes considered a short video? It depends, but that's pushing it. To get a better understanding of your ideal video length, it's time to turn to some statistics. Fortunately for you, the folks over at Wistia have done all the legwork for you. Harnessing the data from more than 564,000 videos and more than 1.3 billion plays, Wistia determined that, no matter what, at most, 70% of your viewers will watch your video in its entirety, even if it's 1 minute in length. Now the issue is, 1 minute is usually not long enough to connect with your audience, tell a compelling story, and encourage a call to action. That engagement level drops off significantly once the video extends to 3 minutes. In short, videos up to 2 minutes in length will have the most possible engagement. In other words, regardless of if your video is 30 seconds or 2 minutes, you'll hold the same level of viewer attention. After the 2-minute mark, you start losing viewers steadily. That's not to say you should find a way to reduce your 10-minute video to 2 minutes. However, if you have a 2-minute 30-second long video, it's well worth the extra effort to shave off those extra 30 seconds. Is 2 minutes too short? Here's sweet spot number 2. Between 2 to 5 minutes, engagement decay grows at a scary rate, but that decay really begins to level off after the 6-minute mark. According to Wistia's data, there really isn't much difference in engagement from 6 to 12 minutes. In other words, once you get to the 6-minute mark, you shouldn't have to force yourself to whittle away seconds to keep it short and sweet. Studies show that a 7-minute video will be as effective and engaging as an 8-minute video. Now here's a pro tip. If you know your audience would prefer brevity, then there's no question that you should keep your videos shorter than 2 minutes. If, however, they'd benefit from depth, don't cut your videos short. Focus on the content and work toward a longer video. Beyond 12 minutes, what to watch out for. Most online videos fall shorter than 12 minutes, but there are instances when a video needs more time to make its mark. For example, with intense tutorials or narrative-driven stories. In both cases, the viewers expect the video to be longer, thus they won't be annoyed by having to sit for an extended period of time. Still, for every minute your video goes past the 12-minute mark, you're losing people. And while the drop-off from 12 to 20 minutes is less steep than the drop-off from 2 to 6 minutes, keep in mind that longer videos are more expensive and time-consuming to make. Chances are you're looking for the highest possible return on investment with your video. That not only includes the amount of engagement that your video conjures, but the costs associated with its production. So what is the best length for your video? Normal rule of thumb is the shorter the better. But when you look at the numbers more closely, you begin to realize that it really does depend.